seemed like a spirited practice for 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Was part of it just doing it in front of people, or have you seen this over the last few weeks?
We've seen this. We saw it a lot this summer. Saw it in Europe. We made shots this morning too. I don't know. We took yesterday off. They came in and shot on their own and ran through some plays by themselves. So just love that we've got a group that's wanting and willing to get better every day, even on off days. They took advantage of it, and today they shot it well. It's the way you think Purdue should be, right? We've got a lot of hard-nosed, tough kids that dive on the ball even in practice. I think we took like 3 of our practice guys out today, so hopefully they're okay. But just a really fun, competitive group.
The way you push the pace today, is that the blueprint of how you'd like to see this team play?
We'd love it. Even on makes, just get the ball out and push. If we can get a good quality shot up in about 7 or 8 seconds, we really love it. I'm a firm believer the game should be played with 24 seconds. I love that shot clock. I think I don't know if we'll ever get there, but I think that the game should be played fast, and if you're playing with that shot clock, you're not having to play defense for very long. So maybe guard 1 or 2 actions, and let's push the pace. And it's something we've been wanting to do, but I think we're just a little bit more athletic on the wings, and our bigs have a true desire to rim around and bury people.
How much has Des kind of fueled that, and her athletic ability? And you've commented before, just maybe one surprise about her is her ability to hit outside shots.
Yeah.
But just, and how key of a piece do you foresee her being?
Yeah, just steady too. I think she's still learning our defensive system. I think at Stephen F. it was very different than what we do, so she still has some tendency to not close out the way we want her to close out, but just her fast twitch muscles, her quick twitch muscles are all of that, and I think you saw it today, her ability to make open shots. There's just a maturity about her. When we've done in a game clock stuff in practice, she's always seems to be the one hitting the big crucial shot for us, because she's not afraid of it, and she wants to win. And really, what's great about her and Mari and Reagan and Ella, whatever I can do, whatever it is we need to do, they're excited for the opportunity.
Lana and KP being able to be on the court at the same time and kind of play off each other, how valuable is that for you guys?
It's huge. We're bigger, and a little bit more athletic inside too. At Lana's size to rim run the way she does is elite. And for both of them, the game's got to slow down a little bit for them in their heads, but you let them play through it because they play so hard and compete so hard, even with each other, against the guys. Lana can stretch and shoot it. KP is probably not there, about 15 feet, but KP's a little different than Lana. Lana's probably going to power through you, and then KP's got some wiggle to her with her back to the basket, can play on the perimeter and take off the bounce, even though she can't shoot it. But yeah, they're going to have an opportunity to play together. And then you throw Elena into that mix. They're just also different and steady. Elena just kind of gives you that steadiness, and she's been a great leader from a post position for those two.
Just how Reagan has kind of emerged. Is someone I think probably some of your players are starting to follow a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's her and Ella really. I think everybody has a really just a high trust for those two, and they've earned it. They earned it in the way they show up every day and compete. The way they go, and they're in the gym on extra, getting their extra stuff in, even when we don't ask, and if you had to ask all of us, from a leadership standpoint, on and off the floor, who does everybody feel safe with right now? And it's probably Reagan and Ella, even if they're on the court or not on the court. I think those two just have and they balance each other really well, but they just have a natural feel for how to lead a group.
Is it just based on their experience?
Probably. I think it's experience, and I think it's just a little bit of who they are. Reagan's got some. If you do a disc profile, Reagan's got some D in her, that the high dominance leadership, and then Ella's kind of that softer side. But they both want to win, and they're both very passionate about proving to people that they belong at this level.
Coach's Fan Day. Talk to me a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. 9:00 a.m. in the morning, late football game last night, just to come in here and we watch film and walk out there, and it's already, a good crowd for us, great crowd for us. It's this place is special, and hopefully we can keep filling it out and make a lot of noise there this year.
Jordan, Mila, and McKenna. I don't think any of them were in the live type stuff. Do you have an update on those two?
Yeah, so Mila had her wrist operated on. I don't know what the exact timetable is, but I would say months for that one. I can't even remember exactly what it was with her wrist, but that was a practice injury. Kenna is close. We get her in some shooting drills right now. At the end of last year, she had that stress fracture on the top of her foot. All summer it was fine. It kind of flared back up this fall. So she started to push through things, but just a day we could rest her. And Jordy's 80% on the Ultra G right now, taking jump shots. Hopefully this week we can get her out on some 5-on-0 and walk through some stuff. But all three of them are involved. They take stats during practice. So they're not losing anything there. But I don't think we get Mila back, but getting Jordy and Kenna back will be huge for us.
And so, you still have plans for Jordy to play this year?
Yeah. big plans. Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same scenario as Sophie last year, but is there a process that Jordy will have to take to ramp up into things?
Probably. We won't throw her out there too quickly, but she got her feet wet a little bit in the summer before we caught it, and I think hers is different because it's still a bone, and you've got to make sure it doesn't come back or I think it's healed, but we don't want that spot to come back. With the ACL injury, it's different. I think a lot of us have been there, and got to really baby that thing. And so I just listen to Jess, and whatever they tell me to do, we do it.
What does it mean for you to be in the Purdue Athletic Hall of Fame?
Oh, Mike. It's surreal. It's wild. Something I really never even thought of, dreamed of could happen. Coach Curry texted me, Coach Versa texted me. I'm thankful for those guys. And I think about all the teammates that set screens for me and got me open. But we had some really, really good teams back then. I had some great teammates and great coaches, and none of that happens without those guys. So, super surreal. And that jacket they gave me is nice.
You got a scrimmage tomorrow.
Yep.
What do you hope to see? What do you want to see?
Yeah. So we obviously we were butlers in the game last year, so a little familiarity there. We've kind of put together a little soft scout. We want to make sure we can try to follow that, but then maybe change things up. Maybe not based on their personnel, but more on who we are and what we're going to do. So they're going to press us a little bit. We're going to try to press them. Neither one of us zone, so we won't do any zone stuff tomorrow. We'll be able to do some situational stuff that we do against the guys, but every day in practice. So hopefully, we can execute and see where we are.
Does it matter? I mean, do you have some combinations?
Yeah.
You'd like to see just.
You could probably see the list on my desk right now. There's a big group. We've got a different group. We've got large, big groups, athletic groups, pressing groups. Groups where we want to keep it in the half court a little bit, so we'll change things up. And what's great is we saw that in Europe, and so we've got an idea of it. But I think we've evolved a little bit from there, and all of us are learning and growing with each other. So we'll see what happens.